So one of my followers asked me this, and I think it's a great question. He said, yo, how do you balance putting out music consistently / producing with your marriage? So my buddy here, Greg, shout out to you, man. He just got married and he's asking me this question. So I've only been married for a year and a half about. I've also had to figure this out too. I think it breaks down to a couple of different things. Now, I'm still figuring it out. But I have learned a couple of things to keep myself motivated, to make sure that I'm staying encouraged, and then also that I'm continuing to stay writing. So first things first is patience. So the reason why I say patience is because all of last year, while I was planning the wedding, while I was getting ready to be married and all of that stuff, I had music written and I had been writing music that whole time. I hadn't put any of it out. So the reason I can be consistent is because I already put in all that legwork on the front end. I had music just kind of saved and I was being patient on the release. And now I'm releasing music every 2 weeks, which to be honest, I feel like I should have spread it out even further to give myself even more time, but that's neither here nor there. So patience is one of those things, having patience with it. Another thing is you want to make sure that you're not putting your music before your marriage. Now, some people, may feel like, hey, if you're not all in, or if you don't do that, you're not all in. It's not particularly true because, you can't sacrifice your marriage on the altar of music, and you shouldn't. And especially if you're a Christian, you shouldn't. So that's just my own personal take on that. I'm not going to sacrifice my marriage on the altar of music. Not going to happen. The other thing is too, being consistent. It's just like showing up every day. So I don't write a song every day, but I do try to make music every day or do something with music every day. So think about that. Like, what are the things that you can do every day, and how much time do you have every day to do that? That also leads me into the next thing. All right, this is Editing Kirk here. I just wanted to jump into here and say, if you guys want to jump in and just lock in and build a community with me, I want you to check out my Laylo. Here is the link in the description. Check out Laylo, sign up. I've got a show on the 3rd of May at Brooklyn Monarch. I'm going to be doing some stuff in there, so just check out the Laylo if you want to get any information about the cool stuff that I'm going to be doing. Also, you can hear music before it comes out, and music that I may not actually release publicly. Let's get back into the video. Is your focus, and focus also ties together with time management. So if you're one of those people that just kind of, like me when I was single, I just made music when I felt like it, which was most of the time because I had a lot of free time. But once you get married, you don't actually have as much free time as you think, which is not a bad thing. You just have to prioritize your time. So obviously you prioritize your marriage, and then you prioritize, what you feel called to do, writing music and making music and expressing yourself in this way. My wife is, a night owl. I'm an early riser. So I have that whole, I have 4 hours in the morning to do all the things I want to do, go to the gym, work out and spend time with the Lord, and also go to sit down and write music, do anything with music. And I also try to maximize the pockets I have in my day around my day job. So I have my day job, and then I have the music stuff that I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to find time for that. And to be honest, it's a big balancing act. There's a lot to hold there, and it's a lot to do. And then the last part of this is kind of be realistic with what you're expecting of yourself. It's great to have big dreams, and it's great to have big vision, and that's amazing. One thing that I'm learning to do is take it a step back, reverse engineer it all the way back to what I can actually do now to get there. And don't feel like you need to make it overnight. Social media makes it seem like you need to go overnight from zero to hero in 24 hours. And that could happen for you. But generally speaking, it's a long haul. It's a long process. It's a long road to success, to getting to the place that you want to be. So don't feel like you need to get there tomorrow. Just keep showing up every day. And at some point, you will build something that you'll have something to show for it. But you got to show up every day, and you got to be focused with your time. So for example, for me, I'm doing a couple of things. I'm looking back at all the things I've built in my 20s. I'm looking at the things that I built before I was married. And I'm like, okay, what things can I put aside, and what things do I need to double down on? And I'm still in this process of figuring out the content thing. So I'm trying to figure out how much content can I actually do that doesn't make me feel discouraged. and then what content actually gives me life. And to be honest, this kind of stuff gives me life. So I love being able to pour into newer creatives and newer producers that are trying to figure out this thing. So those are my 5 things that help me kind of keep things in line. And I hope that helps. Peace.